Oh, there you
Essentially though, you're just gonna, I like to just create like one layout. So like I'll have, I guess I can show you probably the easiest.
go. Yeah. Yeah, feel free to share your screen so I can take a look.
Sure. Um, I think this is in the lake one. Sorry, this is a lot.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Okay, here we go. All right, this is loading up real quick.
I see it.
Yeah. While it's loading though, let me show you something that might help. So, let's see. Okay, here we go.
Oh, you're interesting. You have all your tabs on the vertical side for your catalog, or over on the right side of your.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to keep them out of the way just because you can have more space to work with.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is loading up. You can kind of see all the tabs I got for this. It's quite a bit of maps that I had to make this permit package. And so like each one of these maps basically is going to have some similar files, but they're also going to be have like different like layers too. So like there'll be like a soils layer for the NRCS map, flux map that has like the flux codes and you know kind of those basic things. But
Mhm.
each one of these has like kind of similar. I mean, they're not all connected to the same spot, like the same map, but they are kind of like similar, I guess, workaround. Um, sorry, this is loading a bit.
No, you're
But,
good.
yeah,
It's kind of
but
strange that.
don't go for it.
I don't know. I was gonna say it's kind of unusual for ArcGIS Pro to take this long. Like the interface has been really quick for me. A lot quicker than ArcMap for sure. So I'm not
Yeah,
really. Is this directly off the server? I mean, that's probably.
yeah, it's really it's on the Lakeland server.
I see. I see. Mine's on my drive, so
Actually.
that makes sense.
Yeah, but let me see. There's a way to if you go to share. So like what I do with situations like this would be like by figure one, I'll set up the whole layout that has all the layers in it that I need or most of them because you can always like, go back in and add stuff. But I'll go to the share and there's this save as like the layout file right here. And then
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
yeah, once you save it as a layout, you can import it and then okay, here we go. Yeah, so like these will have um this like breakup, right, with like all the layout breakup, but you're just gonna be focusing on these maps. So you can open them up, but you see how this is like this will say like project location up, and I can open it up and work with it. But if I go to a different one, normally they'll have like a different, like this is, they'll have a different name. I normally give it to like different names as well, but you can open up this map and it's like different. It's like a different map for it. Same thing with this one. So they're like not all connected to the same one, even though I can work with one of these like maps that I have open. I can manipulate files and such. But when you import the map like layout, it's gonna create a new um, one of these like actual maps that you work with, and you can open it up too and stuff.
Okay, I see. I think I've been duplicating them. I think that's probably my issue because when you duplicate them, it's still
Gotcha.
part of the same map. But when you
Yeah.
import them, it becomes a completely different map. That's
Yeah.
the layout's basing off of. So you still, it still technically needs to create a separate map for each layout. It's just when you import them, it automatically creates one versus you creating another one, like creating another map and then creating another layout based off of the new map that you just created. It's
Right.
like the other way of doing it, which is like a little less, or a little more troublesome than
Right.
just directly importing it. Okay.
Yeah, so like for example, this figure 1 is connected to this layers, right? And then that's the only connection that I have right now with like this package, but the rest of these all have their own like separate map that I could open it up if I wanted to, but I'm gonna have to. So like you can see, it's like layers 62. That's what it's called.
Right. And you
So it's like
can,
a different layers.
right. And in your art catalog, I think there's a way to see all the maps that you have referenced. Is that right? Under layouts, I think projects, layouts. Yeah, you have your figures, and then you also have. I would like to think you also have your maps in there. Or maybe
I think
don't.
so.
Like your actual maps based on favorite figures are based on. Okay. Figure 3 total map 1 might be based on figure 3 total map. Or maybe that's also another figure.
Yeah, they're all
That's a
different
layout.
figures.
WSP main also a layout. Okay.
Yeah, I just made a bunch of these. I think they have like a duplicate, but yeah, that's basically how I work
Oh,
around with things like that.
actually, sorry, I was wrong. If you go back to art catalog and you go to maps, um, yeah, under projects, you go to maps and you open that up. There you go.
Yeah,
That's all the maps they have. They're
yeah,
referencing off
yeah.
of. Okay.
So I mean, it gets pretty big, but I don't know. This is the only way
Yeah.
I found out that you can work through it without like having to. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna start duplicating maps and then creating new maps to base the layouts off of, or at least create a new map first and then copy a layout over another layout. But I think this is a little easier because it skips a step.
Yeah. Um.
And also, if
Let's
you
see.
change one of the maps in data view, it's nice to. I don't think it's called data view anymore in Pro. It's just called map. Which is
Yeah.
you have map and you have layout. But basically, it's probably nice to have your maps named in similar fashion to how the nomenclature for the layouts are. So if you have
Yeah.
site map or site layout or whatever you want to call it, then your map would be named like site map as well, so that you can kind of correspond between the two. We can add layers and delete layers and stuff like that.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
but,
Yeah,
but,
like this right now, I can change to like the NRCS map, and that's
and, and when you do that, does it change also in your art catalog, or does it only change there?
it should change. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
I
yeah,
see it.
NRCS
NRCS
map.
map. Yeah, because in an ARC map, when you change it there, sometimes it doesn't change in our catalog, which is that's strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, like only changes it for that drawing. So, okay, interesting stuff.
Yeah, and this
Okay.
is yeah, just some little things I've learned along the way too. Is if you're interested, but
Yeah.
like you can copy and paste a file, like whole files into your layers. So like if I wanted, I don't know, like let's say I forgot like a project area or something, you can kind of copy the one here in this file and like copy it over to the other one. Just copy, Control C, Control V. That
Mm-hmm.
simple. It's nice.
Yeah, definitely. I think the interface is a lot more smooth than ArcMap, because especially when I'm presenting information, sometimes it lags for multiple, like 10 or 20 seconds in ArcMap versus it's usually pretty continuous and smooth, the processing speed for probes. So
Yeah, yeah.
definitely good to know. Definitely, I'd be using this a lot more from now on than ArcMap, because It's just better, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
The other thing, so you know how in ArcMap you have the Arc toolboxes or whatever? In Arc Pro, you also have Arc toolbox, but the thing is, you don't have those. Like if you have a custom Arc toolbox tool and it creates like a table for like a batch process, it doesn't have the same table feature when you open that Arc toolbox tool. I guess if you could put it that way. Do you know if there's a workaround for that? Or I'm not even
It's
sure if
working.
you. So basically, I don't know if you have any Arc toolboxes that are custom made with tables and stuff for batch mode. So like if you're doing the process multiple times, you go like kind of batch
Yeah.
an Arc toolbox, basically. Um,
Yeah, every time I had to do something like that, I use Spider, which is, I'm still having trouble connecting like the ArcGIS environment in my Spider. Like I've done everything except for do that. It's just not working for me.
what's Spider? Not familiar about it.
It's like a Python environment, um, but it works really well for doing stuff like that, um, like hand in hand with ArcGIS. Um, just because,
Okay.
do you have like Excel tables that have data that you need the batch to get from like
Yeah,
run
it's
this
kind
on?
of. I was trying to map some flood inundation, and I got a tool from one of our engineers who fortunately had left the company about a month ago, and it works in ArcMap just fine. It just doesn't work in Pro because Pro doesn't have that batch feature, and so you have to create inundation maps like one at a time. It's not like you could create multiple or inundation layers, I guess you could say. But you have multiple storm events for a project, and you have to create basically one of them, like one at a time. So like for that one example, if you click on batch, it'll open up like batch accuracy, and then it'll say batch parameter, but then it doesn't give you a table to select and then pick and choose your batch parameter. So like if you have
Oh,
different
gotcha.
storms and you have different places you want to save the resulting exported file, but you can't do that. You have to do it like one at a time,
Oh yeah, damn.
which is a little annoying, but it's fine because ArcMap still I think it'll still work even after 2 years. It's just no longer support. So,
Okay.
but yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so that's good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, let me think about that one. I haven't used the dispatch tool a lot, like the one that's actually in Arc Pro, just because every time I had to batch things, I'd use Spider. Like,
I see, I see. And speaking of Python code, when you try to create PDFs out of all your figures, if you were to just compile all of them, I don't know if you create figures one at a time for each of your layouts, or if you do it all at once. But the only way I found to do it is using a notebook with like a Python code telling it to save all the layouts to a certain folder. I don't know if there's a direct way to do it, um, or if you just create figures individually for all. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I guess just the way I guess my workflow goes is just I'll create a figure and then export it as I go. So I'll create it, export it, create it, export it. Um, but I
I see,
guess
I see, I see.
let's see.
Um, I can show you like what I'm if that helps, like what I normally do, or
Sure.
the only workaround. So, hang on a second. Uh, let me know if you see my screen.
Yeah, see it.
Yeah, so basically you create, I found this online, basically you create a notebook, and then you put in this code, I copy and pasted off of, I think, um, what's that normal website called that everyone goes to for like coding help? It's like,
The Code
uh,
Academy.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. But anyways, they posted his code, and you put in your project, which is current, and then you put in basically a location where you want all your layout files to go, and it basically takes all the layouts in this particular ArcGIS Pro document, and it basically exports all of them into one PDF instead of having to
nice.
do it like individually. Essentially, I can send you this code if you're curious if you ever want to do that. But it seems like for what you normally do, you kind of create maps and you want them separate so that I don't know, whoever's making the report can kind of put them in individually for the correct figure location. But I can copy this code and send it over into this group.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's just working with this new interface. It's been a little bit of a struggle here and there, but it's been nice learning because it definitely speeds up a lot. Good investment.
For sure.
Alrighty, I appreciate the insight on this, and for a call, by the way, you can charge like $125 to marathon project.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
Right. Yeah.
Is there any other questions you have with Arc Pro? You're welcome to ask us.
Yeah, I think I had
things come up.
a couple other ones, but I forget. It was for that Hardy County project. I was trying to make figures from the figures that you sent me.
Gotcha.
For whatever reason, the client hasn't gotten back to us yet, so we're still in a waiting pattern on that one. It's been like an entire year. They're still like trying to. I don't know about that. They reached out to us like 2 months ago. They were like, "Oh, this is really urgent. We need that report done ASAP." And then we send them like the revised plans and everything, and then they ghosted us. I don't know. Yeah, I'll let you know if I find anything that I need help on, or if I find any tips that are helpful.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, especially if you get into the coding aspects of things.
Yeah, Python's been really, really cool. I mean, you see some of this description stuff for some of these types.
Yeah.
I took basically different fields and I combined them together you could use the ArcMap or the ArcGIS standard language, which I can't remember what it's called. Or you could use Python, or I think there's also VBA as well. I think it's under label properties.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can change the language. I think Arcade's the default for Arc Pro, but then I basically took I asked ChatGPT how to like put this together. Like I put in all the attributes and stuff, and it spit this out. I just copied them and it returned this table. Basically, you pick a field, it'll say this field under certain conditions, and then it'll say like this field, and then it'll have like a space, and then it'll return a label, and it'll label it in a very specific way based on the attribute table. But pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, good stuff. Thank you for your help, Kevin. Appreciate it. And talk to you soon about other stuff.
Yeah. I'll also be around this week too if you need help with anything, projects at all.
Okay. I don't know if I have anything on hand, but I'll definitely let you know if anything pops up.
Right on.
Alright. Appreciate your help, Kevin. Thank you.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye.